So apparently I'm great at manifesting stuff that is inconsequential, not important for me, my life, and the whole world. Like, I could not manifest something useful to save my life, but I can manifest this. Ta-da! It's my superpower. Everybody's been talking about the newest Makeup by Mario Master Matte Neutrals, and I had to have this. But today I want to do something different. I don't want to just try it on for the first time. I also want to compare it with this, because this looks like this and it's $30 less. So maybe I could save you some money, potentially, if you're interested. Let me tell you why I have two palettes that basically look the same. The same day I got this palette here, the same day, I'm not kidding, the same day Makeup by Mario announced this. And you will notice that if you have one, you don't really seem to need the other one. That's why we're here today. I was looking for these type of neutral shades to bring with me on my trip back to Italy, and I'm trying to bring a very small collection of makeup this time so that my luggage isn't too heavy. And so I got the Morphe one, and I thought I could just, depot the shades that I like, and then Makeup by Mario came up with a smaller sized version. Let's do a few swatches. Let's start with the Makeup by Mario because it's the newest palette on the market. I will swatch it all for you, and then we'll see if there are shades that can compare to the Morphe, and we'll swatch them side by side. I have the original Master Mattes by Mario. It is one of my most used palette. I'm talking like when I got it, you really cannot tell these shades on my skin. So here we go. I was using that one every day, and I have a few shades that I almost hit pan on, which are the black and one of the browns. So since I like that one so much, I had to get this one because this one is more up my alley in terms of the tones I use, but also the tones that suit me better. I like that these makeup brands are coming out with combinations of pink and gray. I think that this is a great combination, and we have one in this palette. So this is basically the only pink in the palette. And then after we swatch a few other browns, we also have these deep bluish, almost purplish gray, and I really like this combo here. The last one is the black. This is the array of shades. As you can see, it's nothing really like groundbreaking, but it's a neutral palette. But if you were looking for neutral tones and were having a hard time finding them, which is something that can happen at this time and day, this is a good choice. Or maybe it isn't, because maybe you can get the Morphe palette at $20. We'll see. So let's watch the shades that are very similar. First of all, there is no like pinkish shade in the Morphe that we can compare, but there are kind of a few grays. So this is the Morphe gray blue, and this next is the Makeup by Mario. I'd say these are virtually the same shade. The Morphe one swatches more pigmented, and the Makeup by Mario one has less pigment, which means you can control it easier, and it may be easier to blend because you're not like going right in with the pow pigment, right? A few camely neutral shade, Makeup by Mario and Morphe. Morphe's is here on top, a bit more gray, but really you cannot notice. Swatch the Makeup by Mario again, just so. Yeah, the Makeup by Mario has more of a yellow undertone, and the Morphe has more of a pink undertone, but again, you won't be able to tell this on the eyes. Morphe's matte brown and Mario's, this is deeper, but again, Morphe Mario, but there is a deeper brown in Morphe's, so let's see if that is more similar. This is the other one for Morphe, again Morphe Mario, and yeah, these two are more similar. I mean, I think that these are basically the same shades. Morphe has more, if you're interested in having more. We have like off-white beige from Morphe, which you cannot see really on my skin. And then Mario, yeah, that's definitely not going to show up with this amount of pigment. Just a wisp of color on me, but Morphe's is again more pigmented and a bit more pink, while Mario is a bit more yellow. I mean, these are just, you know, in comparison it looks more yellow, but these are neutral shades. There's no like yellow or orange, while in the other one, the original one, there were a lot of oranges and yellow based shades. Other two shades, okay? Other two. Let's do a medium brown from Mario and then a medium brown from Morphe. Morphe's is cooler toned. And then the last one, it has to be the black, right? So let's do Morphe, very pigmented, and Mario, again, very pigmented. Morphe's looks a bit more black, while Mario's look a bit more gray. But as you can see, the shade range is very similar. Yeah, let's see them on the eyes so you can decide which one you'd like to pick up. I will start by saying I have already tried using the Morphe palette. I think it's good. It's a bit harder to blend. I think it requires a bit more work. So hopefully the Makeup by Mario will, you know, defend itself and its price by being more user-friendly. Let's try to recreate the same eye look one side and the other side. I will start with this beige shade in the Makeup by Mario. I have a bit of foundation on my eyes, but no primer. This will not show up. Well, honestly, this is great because I used to have a lot of issues in finding a shade that was like my eyes, my natural shading, but a bit deeper, and this is the perfect shadow for my eyes and my skin tone. I'm just loading it up because I want it to show up as much as possible, but just by using this like 10 seconds, I already have no issue blending. This is a very easy shade to blend though, so we'll see the deeper ones. Then I will go into this brown here. It is creating a bit of a kick up in the pen, so just so you can see, you're aware that it's there. In case you mind, I don't mind, I just tap my brush. Again, another very soft shade, but it is blending itself literally. Like, I am just going through the motions because I'm used to, but I could have stopped like 100 swipes before this one. There's not much you can do with this, you know, right? It's a matte look. I mean, not much creativity in it. So I'm going to be going into the brown below the one I just used and deepen my outer corner. So far, I have no fallout on my cheeks. For my lid, I am picking up a denser, flatter brush, like this one. And I'm going into this shade here and just tapping this all over my lid. I really like this shade, she said as she applied the 10th beige eyeshadow. And now I will be trying the gray and the black. So picking up the gray, I want to make like a sort of eyeliner, and then I will blend it with the black to deepen it. This one is giving me some fallout, but I noticed that when I pick up this brush, every shade tends to do that, so it may just be the shade. So this gray is definitely more cool tone than the other shades I used, so it is standing out against the background. Very easy to use though. Now I'm going with the black, tapping because I don't want any black fallout, and just going against my lash line. This is a very soft black. It's not like 100% black. It's very difficult to find this type of black eyeshadow. I'm trying to build it up, but it's not really going deeper, it's just adding definition. It is a bit of a bummer, honestly, because I'm not into the liquid eyeliner anymore. So I would love to have a black that is like a true black, but it's very difficult to find. And usually people prefer this type of blacks because it's easier to work with, but not me. I'm also going to do my inner corner because why not? I love applying makeup just to wash it out with sweat in my workouts. I love it. Okay, so this is the shape of this eye. I will do my lower lash line. Just pick up a smaller brush and use basically the same shades I used on my lid. This is the eye made with the Makeup by Mario palette. Nothing much to say. Everybody is reviewing this. Everybody's liking it. It's a good palette. Here you go. Yeah, I like the tones. Let's see if I can recreate the same look with the $20 palette though. So for this eye, I will be picking up this cream shade here. Not really cream, it's like a beige. Like from the get-go, this much more pigment. But again, as I mentioned, it's not always a good thing. If you're inexperienced with makeup, you want something that builds up rather than giving you a lot of pigment all in one go. As a makeup artist, I don't have any trouble using this type of more pigmented formula, but it could be an issue, you know, for somebody like my mom. Especially when you're dealing with shades that go very deep, like these grays and blacks and browns. You want to make sure you're not making your eye look patchy. Then I will go in with this medium brown. I'm basically recreating all the steps that I did with the Makeup by Mario with similar shades. You can see here again immediately more pigment. See, the issue I have with this is instantly I have issue here because it creates like not like a patch, but it deposits a lot of pigment here at the corner of my eye, and then I usually have to clean it up with my foundation sponge or with a cream shade. Keep in mind that this eye is the troublesome sibling though, so we all have that one eye. Now that that is done, I will clean that corner up after I'm done. I'm going in with the brown, a deeper brown, this one here, and depositing it in my outer corner. Like, can you see what it's doing here? Yes, you can. Like, all this stuff I will have to clean up. Well, here it's cleaner. I think it's because of the heavier pigment load. Now that that is done on my lid, I will use this shade here, which is my favorite shade of the palette, by the way. Placing it on my lid. I'm not sure that you can see this, but I think that the eyeshadows on the Makeup by Mario are more smoother than here. Like, they give a smoother effect on the skin. You can notice a bit more texture here on the Morphe side. I will show you how I clean this up. I will pick up a cream shade and I will go like right below it and above it at the edges. Pick up again the shades that I use as a transition and go over that blend again, because the whiter shade will, you know, make the tones a bit grayer naturally. Alright, now that that is done, again, gray wing, and then I will go in with the black. It's so hot today, I can't. We're still in March, like chill. Why is it so hot? This gray shade, its pigment is not uniform, like it doesn't come out uniformly, so you have to apply more product every time to make it look seamless. And now I'm going in with the black, which seemed a bit more black than the Makeup by Mario. So this is my wing, and now I will do the lower lash line and I will get back to you. So these are the finished looks. First off is the Makeup by Mario side. Overall, I think that the Makeup by Mario formula is smoother, easier to apply, more buildable and less pigmented, so it's more beginner friendly. The Morphe side instead is a touch more pink, at least these beiges, but it's more pigmented, so it can easily get out of control. In the end, I think it's user preference. If you think that you want to spend $50 on an eyeshadow palette, you do you. It is good quality, it won't let you down. And if you instead prefer the same shades but in a cheaper version, the Morphe is a good choice too. I've been using this too. As long as you know you have a bit of more manuality, you're okay with spending a bit more time on your makeup. This is an overall solid choice. And just before I close this video off, I do want to try something. It has nothing to do with the eyeshadow palette, but I wanted to try this. This is Mario's Super Satin Lipstick in the shade Forest Hills. This is a wine lipstick, which is wild that I got this because I'm very much into neutrals and beiges at the moment, but I like wine shades. Burgundies are something that will always belong to my heart. So I had to try this, and this is basically his newest launch, the latest launch before the eyeshadow palette, you know what I mean. So I wanted to try this out. I don't have a lip liner, so we'll see. This is immediately a lot of pigment. It smells like sweet. I look like I have a mustache, so let me adjust this. Okay, I did have to adjust this quite a bit, but this is really my fault because I didn't bring a lip liner. What do we think about the shade? I love it. So never mind, I know how I feel about it. I love it. It's very weird to see me with the darker lip because I have not been using these, but I do really love them and it feels very comfortable on the lips. I don't like the smell. I think that in 2024 we can do without perfume and fragrance in makeup. Thank you. It's super comfortable. I don't feel like I have anything on my lips. Of course, I don't think it will last very long because it's a satin, so you eat and it goes away. But yeah, I just wanted to include this here because I got it with the palette, and I really like burgundies. Hopefully this video was helpful, and let me know in the comments if you prefer the Makeup by Mario side or the Morphe side, and if you're interested in either of the two palettes. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. It really helps. I always try to get it out there. Honestly, so far, not a lot of, it hasn't worked a lot. It hasn't. But hopefully it will this time. Thank you for watching the video, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye!